If you watched Nickelodeon in the 90s, then you may remember a show called All Real Monsters, an animated series that follows three monsters, Ickis, Oblina, and Crumb, as they go to an underground monster school to learn how to scare humans. Amongst other hijinks, the three monsters often go to the surface so they can carry out their school assignments. The show ran for 52 episodes and is highly regarded as one of the best Nickelodeon cartoons ever made. But let's go back to the beginning. In order to present the show to Nickelodeon, production company Klasky Supo created a pitch pilot for All Real Monsters. The length of this pilot is unknown. However, it's rumored that it had a runtime of 6 minutes. It's said that this pilot was titled Monsters Get Real, and that it may have had the same plot as the first episode in the series. This is unconfirmed. The most interesting fact about this pilot is that the main antagonist of the show and headmaster of the monster school, the Gromble, was originally named the Womble, though this was changed to avoid confusion, as there was a show called The Wombles that was already on TV at the time. This pilot episode has never aired publicly, and I'm not sure if it ever will. Today, all we can see of this mysterious pilot is 3 blurry screenshots, and some very brief clips from the episode that show up in a promo for the show. Drawn Together is an adult animated show that first aired on Comedy Central in 2004. It parodies the real world, and was shown as the first animated reality show, running for 3 seasons and 36 episodes. Drawn Together was very successful before coming to an end in 2007, but like any TV show, a pitch pilot must first be produced to show off to networks. Creators of the series Dave Jesser and Matt Silverstein put together a 4-minute pilot episode in 2003. After being shown to Comedy Central at a private screening, the show was immediately picked up, and the pilot was never seen again. The only footage that can be seen of the 4-minute episode is this 7-second clip that was shown inside of a documentary.
Years ago, and it was originally created in Flash and looked absolutely awful, which,
In this, we can see the character designs and colors look a lot different. Judging by the creator's dislike for the episode, this may never see the light of day. In 1999, Terry Toons put together a pilot episode for Nickelodeon called Curbside. The show centers around Heckle and Jekyll as they host a late-night talk show. Dinky Duck would also join in on the show most of the time. Guests on the talk show range from Mighty Mouse to Deputy Dog. One segment of the show is about the Mighty Mouse fan club, where Heckle and Jekyll would read Mighty Mouse comic books. Flashbacks are shown while the guest talks about their story. The show is very creative as it mixes in action, showing Mighty Mouse patrolling the city and fighting a criminal at one point. For some reason, Nickelodeon rejected this series, and the pilot episode fell into obscurity, making Curbside with Heckle and Jekyll the only Terry Toons show to never be released. What's different about this pilot episode is that it's full length, lasting over 23 minutes. Nickelodeon actually helped put this together, so fans really wanted to watch this episode. Finally, 15 years later in 2014, the full pilot episode was uploaded to YouTube, putting this piece of lost media to rest. I wish Nickelodeon picked up this show because it looks like it has great potential. In 1989, Nickelodeon launched Nicktoons, their original animated programming. Nick commissioned 8 pilots, and we're going to choose the 4 best concepts to become a new show on Nicktoons. One of these pilots was titled Big Beast Quintet. It was based on these 5 characters who were shown in a 10-second Nickelodeon station ID. The creators thought this would help the show succeed, because kids had already seen the characters before. In this pilot, the characters were a tad more detailed, They live in the city of Animatropolis. My guess is that the big orange beast here is Big Beast Quintet. The characters live in Animatropolis and work as news reporters for Channel Zero. The main antagonist of the show is their boss, Nero Zero. He has a nice mean switch on his head, controlled by his assistant, Bombat. The 5 characters are sent to Ice Cube Island to do a story on the abominably animated man. They are unsuccessful and cannot find the man, so they use a stage set to do a fake broadcast. Big Beast doesn't feel right about this, so he goes out on his own to search. The boss, Nero Zero, shows up to find only 4 of the crew on set. This upsets him until Big Beast shows up with the abominably animated man. This flips the switch, making Nero Zero happy again. It's said that the pilot had a silly feel to it, and it wasn't received very well. The idea of a mean and angry boss wouldn't really work for a kid's show, and Big Beast Quintet was rejected. All hope wasn't lost, as Nickelodeon had a meeting with Colossal Pictures, the creator of the pilot, and changed the concept of the show, now calling it Channel Zero. The pilot was altered and pitched again. Unfortunately, it still wasn't good enough to become a Nicktoon. In the end of the Nickelodeon pilot competition, the 3 winners were Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy. So Big Beast Quintet had some stiff competition, to say the least. No footage of the pilot episodes can be viewed today. All we can see is the original station ID, showing the characters from the show, leaving us to form the pilot in our own heads as we read the description while watching this 10-second clip over and over. Fish Hooks is an animated series that first aired on the Disney Channel in September of 2010. The show follows 3 teenage fish: Milo, his brother Oscar, and their best friend Bea Goldfishberg as they go through everyday life. Attending school at Freshwater High, they deal with regular teenage problems like drama, romance, school projects, or just making sure to get their homework done. The show also has quite a few recurring characters such as Chelsea, who is one of Bea's friends, and Albert Glass, the smartest fish in the tank. Fish Hooks ran for 3 seasons and was a very popular show on the Disney Channel. Fish Hooks came on when I was a freshman in high school, and at the time, I wasn't watching the Disney Channel anymore, but from what I've gathered from fans of the series and online reviews, is that Fish Hooks started out as a great show and was enjoyed by many. However, as time went on, the writing got watered down and what made the show special just wasn't there anymore. This Disney animated series came to an end on April 4th of 2014, producing 59 episodes throughout the 3 seasons. One thing that many people don't know about the show is that the original pilot for Fish Hooks was created in 2009 and was never aired. In this pilot, the character designs for Milo and Oscar look different. Originally, Milo was a skinnier fish and he had polka dots on his body. He is also a little bit taller than Oscar. Oscar's design is just a little bit different. He was a little bit more chubby than his final version, and his shirt had a few more stripes on it. Screenshots of the pilot used to be posted on creator Noah Jones's website, and they were titled Fish Tales. This has led many fans to speculate that this was the original title for the show. Chelsea Kane, who voiced Bea in the show, said that the pilot is about 5 minutes long. Apparently, this pilot has been shown at panels before and was usually met with a positive reception. Coming out of left field with this one, but does anyone remember Shorty McShortshorts? This was a show on the Disney Channel that came on during commercial breaks. Hosted by Shorty, the series showed a variety of cartoon shorts, usually lasting 1 to 3 minutes. This show ran for 9 months from 2006 to 2007. Interestingly enough, the Fishhooks pilot is registered in the Library of Congress as Shorty McShort Shorts episode 26. There is a few strange things about this. This was registered in 2009, but Shorty McShort Shorts came to an end in 2007. Also, I don't understand why it says episode 26 when McShort Shorts only made 13 episodes. It's possible that this was a registry error, but that seems unlikely to me. Maybe Disney planned to bring back Shorty McShort Shorts and was going to air the pilot on there to gauge a reception for the show. The original 5-minute pilot episode of Fishhooks can be viewed at the Library of Congress in full. All that can be seen of the pilot publicly today is a few seconds that were shown inside of a Disney Channel promo.
1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you're ready for the time of your life.
This pilot is such a mystery to me, and I really hope it gets found one day. Roc Crosser is an anime show that was planned to air on Jetix in 2009. The show would center around a 12-year-old boy and his unicycle robot. First announced at the Tokyo International Anime Fair in 2008, a trailer was shown to the public. Unfortunately, before the series could get on the ground and running, it was cancelled. The company Telecom never gave a solid answer on the reason for cancellation. What's interesting about Roc Crosser is that the project had been in the making since 2004. Telecom used to share storyboards for the show on their website. The series would have ran for 2 seasons, spanning for 26 episodes. None of these storyboards can be viewed today, and the website is now gone. Recess is a Disney animated series that premiered on ABC as part of Disney's One Saturday Morning in 1997. It centers around 6 kids who attend 3rd Street School, a middle school filled with wildly unique teachers, principals, and students. When it's recess time during the show, the kids have formed a society of their own. There is a king of the playground, and if someone does something bad in school, they get punished here. TJ and the crew often have to step in to keep everything on level ground if someone is power tripping. I really enjoyed watching Recess. The episodes were very well written and always had a good message. The series began to air regularly on the Disney Channel and was very successful, spanning 6 seasons producing 65 episodes in total, with the last one airing on November 5th of 2001. This same year, the movie Recess School's Out was released in theaters. Then Recess Christmas Miracle on 3rd Street was released on home video. After the show's initial run, episodes were then rerun on other channels like Toon Disney for years because it's a fan favorite. 2 other Recess films were released on home video in 2003. The last appearance of TJ and the crew was during an episode of Lilo and Stitch in 2006. One thing that is not well known amongst Recess fans is that the original pitch pilot titled The Breakin featured some very different character designs. We can see in this footage that TJ is without his trademark backwards cap. Ashley Spinelli is wearing different clothes and missing her signature yellow beanie. Gretchen has black hair instead of brown, as well as a different outfit. Mikey kept his original design from this pilot except for his red Converse shoes that would be changed a gray color. This pitch pilot was created in 1996 and is a huge mystery because it never aired. Co-creator of the show, Paul Germain, revealed that the original pitch pilot was just an animatic that was pitched to Disney, and the animators at Disney just went off of the original storyboards with the original designs, and that the short clips in the promotional commercial were specifically made for that commercial to promote the show. The original animatic of the Breakin episode has never been seen publicly. The only other thing from this pilot episode that can be seen today is this piece of concept art showing an early design of Vince, which was an extra on a Recess DVD. Project Gilroy was a planned animated series that began production in 2006. Created by Shane Prigmore, Andy Schuler, and Shannon Tyndall, the show was going to air on Cartoon Network. The creators would make blog posts updating fans on the project. After the pilot episode was complete, a screening was held on August 24th in 2007. Shane Prigmore stated on his blog that he received great positive feedback at the screening, and this was a good start for the project. He went on to say in a future post, quote, "Our goal was to bring some feature sensibilities to an animated TV show in story, tone, pace, and visual language." He ends the update saying, "Will you ever see it? Who knows?" showing this poster of the show. The creators of this pilot episode have worked on many amazing movies and TV shows, like Coraline, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and The Proud Family, so this could have been a great show. Other than the private studio screening, the pilot episode has never been available for public viewing. It was never announced if Cartoon Network accepted or rejected Project Gilroy. Seeing as how at this time the channel was starting to go downhill, it's safe to assume they didn't pick up this potentially amazing show. 12 Ounce Mouse is an animated series that first ran on Adult Swim from 2005 to 2006. It follows Fitzgerald the Mouse. Fitz is an alcoholic who does what he can to pay for booze. As the show goes on, Fitz begins to remember things he had forgotten, such as having a wife and child. This sparks something inside him, and he is now on a quest to find out about his past. Show creator Matt Maialero made very basic character designs and voiced Fitz himself to cut down on the cost of production. Because of this, the show looked very different than other Adult Swim shows. Viewers of the late night Cartoon Network block either loved it or couldn't stand it. There wasn't much in between. After a online only episode was released in May of 2007, 12 Ounce Mouse fell into obscurity and seemed to be a distant memory for Adult Swim fans. Seemingly out of nowhere in 2018, a 12 Ounce Mouse double-length special titled Invictus aired on Adult Swim. This resurrected interest in the show, and it was greenlit for a third season. An 11-episode season was produced and aired on July 20th in 2020. A new episode aired every day following the premiere. So the season ended 11 days later. Months went by and it was announced that 12 Ounce Mouse would not get a fourth season. I have fond memories of watching 12 Ounce Mouse. I thought it was really entertaining. You couldn't take it too serious. The vibe of the show was funny and cool. Seasons 1 through 3 consists of 31 episodes, 2 specials, and a webisode. However, there is one episode that no fan has ever seen. The original pilot episode. A test pilot for 12 Ounce Mouse was created in 2004. John Bruston was an editor for the show, and he mentioned this pilot in a 2021 interview. He stated that only a few staff members even know about it. In 2004, Heath Crawford was the vice president of Adult Swim. He voiced the character Golden Joe in this pilot. Golden Joe was different in more ways than one, as he was originally planned to be the boss of Fitz. Golden Joe would be changed in production, and in the show, we see him as a close friend of Fitz. In this interview, John Bruston reveals that the pilot was not saved. The files are gone, and the original 12 Ounce Mouse pilot is lost forever. No footage or even screenshots can be seen of this episode. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is a teen sitcom that aired on the Disney Channel from 2005 to 2008. It ran for 3 seasons and 87 episodes, becoming one of the premier shows on the channel. Because of the show featuring many talented actors and actresses, like Brenda Song, Ryan Stepanek, Ashley Tisdale, and Phil Lewis, it was bound to spark some spin-offs. This did indeed happen when Disney started production on a show titled Arwen. Arwen was the janitor of the Sweet Life Hotel, and his character really caught on with fans. Another working title for the show was called Housebroken. It was never revealed which name the Disney Channel would go with. The show would have centered around Arwen moving in with his sister to help raise her kids, with one of these kids being played by young Selena Gomez. The pilot episode for the show was filmed in 2007 and featured different characters than the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Disney reviewed the episode and decided that fans would like to see a spin-off that starred Zack and Cody. Arwen was cancelled, and in September of the next year, The Sweet Life on Deck premiered. I'm not sure if Arwen would have done well, but I think it's an interesting concept. As of now, the full pilot episode is lost. All we can see of it are small clips and a promo segment. Due to the obscurity of Arwen, I'm not so sure if this pilot will ever see the light of day. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great day, everyone, and until next time, stay up late productions.